Greetings, Namo Buddhaya. I am KTS Harao, Professor and former Head of the Department, Buddhist Studies, Delhi University, and Pro-Chancellor, Subharti University. In this module number 22, I shall be talking to you about the Fourth Buddhist Council. Perhaps as a reaction to the zeal shown by King Ashoka towards Buddhism, his successors were not as passionate about Buddhism. With the exception of Mahindra, Pali Mahind, and Sanghamitra, Pali Sanghamitta, none of the sons or grandsons of Ashoka is known to have embraced Buddhism. In the post-Mauryan period, though Shungas may not have extended as much support to Buddhism as Ashoka, architectural remains of the period indicate that Buddhism continued to prosper during the reign of the Shungas. Indo-Greeks and the Kushanas were great patrons of Buddhism. Xuanzang in his Tha Thang Shiyuchi, which is a travelogue of the journey that he had undertaken in India and some parts of Central Asia between the years 629 and 645 of the Common Era, has given a vivid picture of the proceedings of the Fourth Buddhist Council. J.H.C. Curran and D.C. Sirkar have suggested that the venue of the council was either at Kuvan near Jalandhar, Punjab, or perhaps the Kundalwan Vihar, Harwan near Srinagar in Jammu and Kashmir. At that time, this province was actually known as Gandhar, Kashmir. The summary of the details of the council given by Xuanzang based upon information gathered by him from different libraries and folklore is as follows. King Kanishka I of the country of Gandhar ascended the throne in the 400th year, variously calculated between the years 78 of the Common Era and 127 of the Common Era, after the Buddha's Nirvana, and extended the boundaries of his country into far-off territories. Xuanzang has mentioned that though at first Kanishka I was not very friendly towards Buddhism, later he not only became an aficionado of Buddhism, but even developed a habit of always studying Buddhist scriptures during his leisure hours. Consequently, he started the practice of inviting a Buddhist monk every day to his palace to preach the Dharma to him. However, as the monks belonging to different schools of Buddhism had different views on the teachings of the Buddha, were completely at variance with each other, and the king was greatly confused and was not able to get rid of his misconceptions. This resulted in his meeting with Venerable Parshava, before whom he expressed his doubts. Parshava explained to him, to quote him, "In the long period of time since the Tathagat passed away, his disciples have adhered to different schools and the masters have held various views, each grasping his own opinions and giving rise to contradictions." After listening to Parshava, thinking about the matter for a long time, King Kanishka said to him, to quote him, "Although I am far removed from the time of the Buddha, I am still fortunate. I wish to propagate the Dharma by expounding the whole Tripitaka according to the tenets of different schools." Unquote. Parshava said, to quote him, "Your Majesty has planted the root of good deeds in the past and has accumulated much blessing. It is my wish that Your Majesty should pay attention to the Buddha Dharma." Unquote. After this, the king issued an order to summon learned monks from different regions from within the country as well as abroad. Consequently, a great number of scholars and wise monks flocked to the council from great distances and were entertained with the 4 monastic requisites for 7 days. The king decided that since the council was for a discussion on the great dharma, having too many participants would be too impractical. Thus, the king respectfully said to the monks, "Those who have attained sainthood, completed their learning, possess the 3 insights, and have the 6 supernatural powers may stay and are well versed in the Tripitaka with its supramundane theories and also thoroughly understand the 5 mundane branches of knowledge may remain while the others may go." Thereupon 499 persons were selected. The king wished to hold the council in his own country, Gandhara, but the climate was too hot and humid for the purpose. He also wished to go to the cave at Rajgraha, where Mahakashyap had convened the first council. Parswa and others discussed the matter and said, quote, "No, at Rajgraha there are many heretics who engage in debate holding divergent heterodox views. We would get involved with them in disputations, and then how could we have the time to write our treatises?" Unquote. Thus the monks in the meeting all favored the country of Kashmir for the assembly. Because the country was surrounded by mountains on the 4 sides and was strongly guarded by yakshas and had fertile soil and rich products, it was a place where sages and saints met and took up their lodgings. The monks discussed the place and they all agreed that it would be an appropriate location for the meeting.